Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Go over a few things that I have. I made a few moves last night that I will get into. One thing is the global market cap reached 100 billion. So that's nice. I think it can go from 100 billion to 500 billion before we know it. It's still a drop in the bucket compared to how much money's out there floating around. And people like the next big thing. People like new things. And there's nothing hotter right now than cryptocurrency. So right now you are in at the very beginning, but the floodgates are going to open soon. That's true. I didn't even think about that. That's smart. Because AMD shares are surging because people are buying it all up for mining. So that's actually pretty good. It's so funny because they're like, it's going up so much. Shares up. So 170% over the past 12 months. That's a lot. We can do that in one day with our crypto though, right guys? Investors using startup stocks to bet on Bitcoin in Japan. So just more people using Bitcoin. It's going to go up. This thing's going to be a lot more than it is right now. Nevada is going to be the first to ban blockchain taxes. So that's pretty weird and cool. Bitcart ditches Bitcoin for Dash. It's an Irish startup. It's competing with things like Gift, and they're abandoning Bitcoin and using Dash only. Amazon cards and Dash. So look out for Dash. Although, like, you can give me some news like that, like when people were saying, when it came on the news, they're like, oh, you know, the head guy from Ethereum's meeting up with Vladimir Putin, and I was like, yeah, that's great. You know, Russia's a big market, and I'm sure that's gonna make Ethereum go to 300-400. But you know how I feel about that. See a coin going from 0.7 to 1.6, no one notices. No one noticed that. It happened like 2 days ago. This was less than a penny. Less than a penny. I told everyone, once it breaks the penny mark, you're not going to get it cheaper for a penny. That's the new floor. So when this thing raises 110%, no one notices. There's no, see a coin doubled, and then everyone's going crazy. That's not what happens. But when fucking Bitcoin goes from 2,500 to 3,000, you better still believe there's a million videos. Everyone's fucking going crazy. People are like throwing their babies off of balconies, and their fathers are catching them at the background, because I don't tell dead baby stories. Everybody freaks the fuck out. Like when Ethereum went from 90 to 250, holy shit, the sky was falling. Everyone was going insane. People were like fucking headbutting walls and jumping off of roofs. People were going crazy, drinking bleach. People were going insane. And then what happened when XDN went from a 1/10 of a cent to an 1/8 of a cent overnight? Nothing. There wasn't one guy drinking bleach because of that. No one was going crazy. So let's just keep that in perspective. Keep that in perspective. Humans are very They're a very funny bunch. Because if anytime they do anything, everyone anywhere knows about it. Everyone's talking about it. But fucking any one of these smaller coins quadruples up, then yeah, you're out of there. And I'm gonna get the news. I made a move last night to buy some more basic attention token at 23 cents. Obviously you can see I'm using the browser. It is so much faster. It's faster than the apps because the apps have ads in them, like the YouTube app, for example. So my girlfriend was on her phone and I was on my phone, and we did it on both phones. She used the YouTube app, right? The YouTube app. I used the browser, Brave browser, to do YouTube. My video always loaded so much faster. It was ridiculous. A lot faster because the YouTube fucking app is built with all kinds of shit slowing it down. Like there's so many layers of bullshit that don't need to be in there that are slowing it down just to like for ads and shit. And it's so clunky. All the apps are. So Brave browsers, try it for yourself. Brave browser is actually better. And I can only see like, I mean, this thing just came out. Imagine all the cool features that it's going to add. Like, think of Mozilla when it first came out. Although Mozilla's getting a $1 billion valuation and Google's like renting out basically leasing out, the people who use Mozilla are going to be using Google for search. And Google's paying what, $300 million a year just for that. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots of money in the browser game. And imagine what Google Chrome is worth. So we're looking at something that is obviously going to explode. Like, there's no doubt it's going to explode. When it gets on Poloniex, it's going to raise more. I wanted to sell everything last night because every time I talk about a basic attention token, I always talk myself into wanting more. The problem is I'm nest egged a lot of places at the moment, and I've already invested a lot into basic attention. But it's just such a good buy. Like, I'm never willing to sell nest eggs. That's what nest eggs are for. You put them away, you forget about them. And one day you wake up 4 or 5 years later, or 2 or 3 years later, and you're glad you had your nest egg. Trust me, you're gonna be glad you had your nest eggs. I'm just talking about coins I'm invested in. Like, I did some research on Lisk, and you know, it's going to compete with Stratus, and I'm just not, I understand those platforms. I understand what they're about. It's just that I'm just worried to invest in something that the technology can change. Like, okay, so people are talking about like Lisk and Stratus, but what happens with like EOS comes out? I mean, it's just like there's just so many new platforms that enable people to build, apps and stuff within them that I don't know. I just don't want to invest in that arena yet. I'm looking for stuff that I know. I just know it's going to be good. Like, it's going to be novel. Like, this is a browser. It's the only browser. Siacoin, yeah, there's others that do what it does, but this Siacoin does what they do in a unique way. And it's just blatantly undervalued. That's all. It's just a blatantly undervalued coin. That's all. It's going to be around. It's not going anywhere. You can tell it's not going anywhere. So, where is gold? So yeah, it's still way above Golem in 24-hour volume. Yeah, I know they're not the same, but I like to look at coins. Like, it's harder to look at a coin like Storgy or MadeSafe when comparing, but it is the number one when it comes to what it actually does. So, like, fighting for the Google Cloud arena, and it's gonna remain around. It should be a top 15 coin in my opinion. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Where's Digital Note? Digital Note took a little bit of a dip. That's fine. I mean, I'm in nest egg mode on this. So if this thing was to ever do anything crazy, but the ICCO, like I locked up some for the ICCO, because it's going to be selling at a ridiculous price. Like the ICCO sale, once it's done Friday, they've already sold like 32 million of these in like the first day, and those are locked up for the ICCO sale, and that's just going to bump the price even more. So, definitely Digital Note is going to be going up in the near future if I had to wager. And I also look at coins and I look how cheap they are, and I look at things like, is it really ever going to get cheaper than what it is now? Like, it's not even a penny. Like, I don't know. It'd have to fail and kaboom for it to go any cheaper. And I just don't see that. I just don't see that. Scenario. I just bought in some of this because I know Steemit's going to be going crazy, and anything related to social media and this whole new idea of being able to spread wealth through comments and upvoting. And I mean, I wrote a story on Quora last night. I'm gonna have to use the non-Brave browser, which takes forever. The non-Brave browser, because I don't feel like signing into my Quora where I actually have to type in my username and password, you know? It's like a fucking... I'm not a caveman. I am not a caveman. I wrote a story. This, you know, he's Darth Nava on Steam. I don't want to butcher his name. Noinavs. I can barely say my girlfriend's name because it's in a different language. But it's at 6,600, and last time I checked, I was basically just writing how this touched me, and like how somebody could be in need and people could really come through, and that just shows you the power of the Steam community, because I mean, it's amazing. I said it was going to go to 10,000. This is the original post. I said it was going to go to 10,000. And look at that. Almost 10,000, and it's only 2 days ago. It still has a wall. Boom, you just see that? Another 100. Boom. Holy cow. That is amazing. It's just so powerful. I mean, how can that not make you feel some kind of emotion? I mean, this guy was in desperate need, and there was no other way. Like, how else was this guy going to get this money? How else was this person going to get this kind of money in 2 days? I mean, it's kind of like Kickstarter, but not. Like, it's Kickstarter for humanity, you know? It's like amazing. I could see somebody coming on here. I mean, I could see this changing lives left and right, like the new charity, like the new way to give, the new way to help. And, you know, he's given so much to this. You know, he's been here for a year. He has so many posts. He's been contributing, helping the Steam community for a long time now. And it's nice to see all that he's given come back to him when he needs it. And I just really, I mean, it's amazing. You can still get in there. You can create an account. You can comment. You can upvote. You can share. Bring awareness. Because I just think it's really cool. So that's the power of what's happening right now. And that's why I want to invest in anything that has that kind of power. And I'm not saying, like, Scenario is going to be more like kind of like a Udemy but without Udemy, right? You just like I don't I'm just this is I'm just thinking it's going to be geared towards more like Quora-esque, but without the question answer, more like teaching, like trying to make content that way. That's where I think they're going to fall, because that's what happens. You create a platform like this not really knowing what you're going to go in and do, and it's monetize your content. I understand. So that's I can see this being more towards that type of crowd, like people trying to make how-to videos and content like to teach and stuff like that. And then you have stuff like Steam It, which is going to be geared towards just blogging and funny stuff, and kind of like your Reddit mixed with like a little YouTube. And Steam It's kind of it's kind of the best of all worlds, and it's so new. Like, imagine a cool makeover with Steam, what it would do, which is going to happen. Steam It kind of has the power to have everything, right? You can post videos, you can do everything. So it's just a very powerful platform. And I mean, Steam is going to be, it's just going to keep rising in price. It's just how I feel. And it's just too powerful. It's amazing what it is. And as you can see, it's rising. It's just going to keep rising. People shouldn't be shocked. I mean, it's going to go to $10 to $100. That's why, you should get on there. You actually get some free Steam when you sign up. Just go to steamit.com. I'll have a link in my profile, and the bio and the comments where you can sign up for Steam. Just click it and figure it out. It's not hard. Sign up, get your feet wet. Look at some of my, I have a Steam It video. I'll link that in the description. How to sign up and stuff. And there's plenty of them out there. Plenty good how-tos for Steam. I need to make more of them. Somebody's telling me to look at Verge, and I did a little bit, but only because it's one of the cheap. But I don't know. What turned me off about something? Turned me off about Verge. I don't know what it was though. Let me see. I like that too. Where is private network span entire globe? Okay, so that's the thing. Like, unless it's a derivative, that's just. It doesn't really, it tells, like, I know more about how to mine it than I know what it actually is. Like, I know it's anonymous. Like, I'm not here to hate on Verge. That's not what the video is about. But I just came across it. I wanted to realize why I didn't like it. And not that, I can't say I don't like it yet. Tune into live streaming Verge Radio 24/7. What the fuck was that? What is this? Just plays music? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Classic rock 24 hours a day? Jesus Christ. I like classic rock, but not 24 hours a day. The Electrum wallet. Alright, so yeah, I'm off. I'm not, I have to research a little bit more. It's not this. This is the daily update. Alright, so let's go into SafeX. Okay, so it's been doing a little up and down. Alright. What time did we get in? We got in around here. Remember, we got in around the Great Dip around here. So still above what we bought it for. It's actually a good time. We could have actually bought here, sold a little bit here, and buy some more back down here. But right now, I just believe that there's kind of like a cool wind blowing through the coin market right now, and there's going to be some fluctuations. As you can see, there's no 400% gainers, 200% gainers. This usually happens when, and you can tell because if you look at the biggest gainers, you can see most of them. Melon seems to just be going crazy. I'm not gonna be honest. I didn't give Melon a try because it's fucking named Melon. I'm human. I was like Melon, but whatever. 48 shiftless. Yeah, but you can tell. You see what I mean? Like the biggest gainers are no longer gaining, so that's a sign. I mean, you can tell by the signs. The signs are everywhere, guys and gal. You have to look at the signs, and the signs are if the boners are all going limp around the crypto universe, right? You see, even this one, you can tell it. You can see it right there. The melon boner is about to mellow out, if you know what I'm saying. This one, shift, it's acting shifty. I don't know what's going on with shift. There's always that random rogue one that does the opposite. Like Stellar Lumens was actually going the opposite of Ripple. Stellar Lumens was up like 15, 18% at one point yesterday, and Ripple was down like 5 to 8%. I've never seen that in my life. I don't know what it means. I don't understand what that means. It means something big's on the horizon. Like a tsunami. I would sell a little bit of coin that's in the profit right now, that you have in the profit, a little bit, just a little bit, and I would hang on to a little bit of Bitcoin because I sense something weird's gonna happen. I can't put my finger on it, but I have a feeling. So I think you're gonna want to have a lot of what you got, and I think you're gonna want to have some Bitcoin just in case something crazy happens. Have your alerts on. That's how I got some more basic attention token last night for 21 cents on Bittrex, I believe. I have the alerts. I always have my computer on. I have my setup would be all the markets. So right when I wake up, I can come up. If I have alert, like, you know, if alert wakes me up in the middle of the night, I can run up here and do the trade. I did a trade way easier on desktop than I do with my mobile phone. I don't fuck with the mobile phone trading. I come up here and I, you know, fuck around if there's an alert that, you know, I just come up and I'm ready. So, Steam, obviously, Steam. But what I'm trying to say is there's not, you know, it seems like there's something weird happening. And another sign is when there's not the big losers too. Like, you know, like the biggest loser right now is only 15%. So a bunch of smalls. So something's happening. You could tell something's happening. It's not normal right now. It's kind of like the eerie calm before the storm. And I'm not sure what the storm is going to bring. Maybe necessarily won't be a bad storm. But we shall see. Keep your eyes peeled. Get on Steam. Make some posts. Make some of that Steam that's going to be worth a lot more money down the road. See what I mean? Stellar Lumens at 5. Ripple. Okay, so Ripple kind of followed suit with Stellar Lumens, which is weird because it was down and up. Definitely see a coin alert if it's ever 1.2, 1.2. You're gonna want to buy. BitShares if it's ever below, you know, 70 cents or 7 cents, you're gonna want to buy. Basic attention token, you're just gonna want to buy. This one is the rogue one because this one's going to do things that the others don't because this has it has Poloniex and other big trades in its future. So when that happens, this price is going to go to 50 cents. BitConnect is recession proof because it's unique and people are just keep signing up left and right. So it has not been too hectic at all. It's kind of just been like, what up? What up, Ross? I mean, look at this. Holy shit. Like, there's been no craziness. Like, a little bit of craziness here, but that's it. And then just on the up. So, I mean, it's a good thing if you made a loan. I believe you're still in the green. I know you're still in the green. This has whatever this is, whatever BitConnect is, it's going to be around in 6 months, in my opinion. I've already made killer money with my loan. And yeah, you could say I'm playing with fire. I don't give a fuck. It's how I cook my pizzas, with fire. You can't cook with no fire. Yeah, you can burn yourself if you're a dumbass, but you know, if you know what you're doing and you understand just how life works in general, whether it's a scam or not, it doesn't matter, you know. So I'm not advising anyone to do anything. If you don't want to fucking do it, I don't, you know, whatever. It's good for you. I chose to do it and I'm very happy. And it is recession proof. Until whatever happens with this thing, it is going to be recession proof. So you can either ride the wave until, you know, and then turn off, you know, ride this wave and turn off when the rocks come. When you see the rocks coming, you fucking stop. But if you don't see the rocks, you don't just never surf because you're too afraid. So, you know, you're never going to catch big air if you're too afraid to ride the scary waves. CYS coin. Wow. So it went down, up, and down again? What happened? Okay, so I got in right around here. Yeah, I got in right around here. So, I mean, we're a little bit in the profs, but I bought this coin. I wanted to day trade it because I was thinking that it was just a good contender because I didn't think it was going to explode too fast and I didn't think it was going to ever sink too slow. And that's where you want to day trade. That's why I like the dollar is good to day trade. Things where you know that, well, actually the dollar is not that good to day trade anymore because you never know, you know, it just keeps losing its value. So it's kind of hard to hold to something that can lose its value indefinitely. Like the dollar, you know, Pepsi, a Coke was worth 5 cents back in the day, and now it's worth $1. So, you know, if you were day trading when Coke was 5 cents and you're like, I'm going to hold until it hits again, you'd still be fucking holding. So I like to invest in things that I know have kind of like a fixed value. Like when I get in at this coin at this price, I know if it ever goes below this price, I can buy more because it's a cheap price and it's just going to go back up. And I can be patient. You know, I'm not going to get, you know, it's not the 5 cent Coke situation. This thing's not going to get overvalued. It's cryptocurrency. There's only so many. It can't be inflated. It's a beautiful thing about day trading these. You can make lots of fucking money if you're patient. It's not day trading. It's just making moves. Like I bought it here. I will sell it at 2-3x my money. And that's going to happen. And I'm just going to wait till it does happen. I mean, and if for some reason I see a move, I will sell it as long as I'm in the green. As long as I'm in the green by a decent margin, I will sell some. So like if this was 25 and I really, really wanted to make a move and I wanted to just go big on that move, then yeah, I would sell it. But I would never sell in the red. I just don't do that. You can think, because you can think it's a great opportunity, but the bad part is if you start selling into red for things you think are great opportunities, well, you bought into this because you thought it was a great opportunity. So if you sell into red to get into another great opportunity, what if that one turns out to be another bad thing? Then you compounded loss. You can't you know, you always stick to your guns. Like I said, I still have like 25 Litecoin. I bought it way back during the segue. You remember that when people were like, "Oh, it's going to be super fast," and you know, I was new to crypto and I got caught up. I was like, "Oh, I gotta buy this Litecoin. It's going to be super fast." Segue news, right? I was like that. I was like an amateur, and yeah, I'm still fucking holding the Litecoin. So, and that was a big investment for me back then. Not too big, but it was, you know, it was hefty. It wasn't like I was just throwing around $100, $500. You know, what was it? 25. I don't know. I guess it's not that much. It felt like a lot at the time. I wanted to sell though, even when and when I was in a loss for so long because there were so many good opportunities, and I was like, man, this is just dead money. Like, what if, you know, it's just sitting there? Like, I can make up the loss by investing in this new thing. And that's just not the good mentality. Yeah, my way kind of will hold you back in certain areas, but it holds you back from the train that will come and fucking kill you and end your life too. So you gotta take the good with the bad. My way, it's responsible. It's just responsible betting. We don't make losing moves. There's no reason to make a losing move. Not when you invest in something you believe in. When you do your homework and you believe in a company, you invest in it, you just hold tight. You don't change your beliefs, no matter what. No, it doesn't matter the news. You have to hold, because I'd rather lose it all than lose a little. And that may sound crazy, but that's the mentality I have of no fear, because I'm not going to take a loss out of fear. I'm just going to hold. If the coin goes to zero, the coin goes to zero. If I'm scared and I think that it could go to zero, I'm not going to buy more on the dip. But if it's just for no reason going down or just ebb and flow on the dips, I'm always buying. I'm always buying back. So I could be in a coin. So like example, Litecoin could go like to $18 and I would be buying more because I think Litecoin's worth more than $18. So that's just an example. So like something I've been wanting to sell, I still have, but if it's still dipped to a lower mark, I would still buy more just because, you know, it's just the principle. It's a principle. I have a grade on it. I'm going to buy if the grade is what it is. What else are we invested in? Let me look. This is a long video already though, so I'm probably just going to end it soon. No, that's basically it. Keep an eye out for Sia Coin. Keep your eyes peeled for Sia Coin. Safe Exchange is at a good rate right now. And yeah, this is just going to be one of those days, you know, it looks like it's a good day for day trading. It looks like it's going to be kind of like stable. So look for the Golos markets, look for the Steam markets, look for the, I would say basic attention tokens are good on a day trade right now. Safe Exchange is a good buy and hold right now. Digital Note is just a hold. Trust me, with Digital Note, with the ICCO, you're gonna want to wait and have some to see what happens, because I think the price is gonna go even higher, and it could be radically like into the cents. And that's all, folks. CYS coin should be a good one to day trade too. I say that even being stuck almost 3 days on it from trying to trade it, but that's fine because anytime you can get like the mountain effects, because that's how you make your money day trade. You buy some here, you sell it up here, you buy some here, sell it here. Right? If you don't have those ebb and flows, then this, as you can see, you don't want something that's going to go, well, you don't mind it, but you can't day trade that because you'll sell and then it'll go, and then you just, you know, you have to go find another coin. Or something goes, you don't want that either, because those are good for long terms. The downs are good for long terms. But if you're looking at day trade, you want something that's kind of predictable. And this is a predictable coin. It's a predictable coin. All right, that's going to be it from my daily update. Shalom, adios, sayonara, bon voyage, ciao, peace.